Welcome to TougeSW. TougeSW, this is Series 4, episode number 13. Tonight's title is called The Longest Night, and I'll definitely get to that. We're always live every Thursday night after 10 p.m. I know I'm about 17 minutes late, but if you were on my stream before, I was playing Grounded 2. I was getting really lost in buildings, so yeah, it was pretty fun. All episodes are always on TougeSW.com, so feel free to always go there and review. I try to update a lot of the car stuff as well, even though I've been kind of lacking it, but I got some good progress going on, so I'm gonna have to I think it's time to get down to it. Let's see exactly what happened. Because recapping from last week, we did a lot of we went to Relentless, and then we had that review, and then I got the turbo, I installed the turbo and stuff, and had other little issues and couldn't get it started at the time. But so anyways, let's get started. Okay, so about the host, I am the Wandering Raven. I am the host of TougeSW, the podcast of the night. It's normally called Drift Talk, and that's hopefully in the future I'll be able to expand on it. But for now, this is what I do. So me in a nutshell, I drift, I hack, I play video games, I'm a cancer survivor, and I'm an author of VegasHackware.com, or Vegas Hackware is a book. I'm working on the second one. The first one is my life. The second one is my manifesto. So it's actually, I guess it's gonna be pretty cool. So yeah, if you ever want a copy, just go to VegasHackware.com and go get yourself a copy. It's there, and sooner or later, if you keep a follow on it, I'll have volume 2 printed out pretty soon. So it's going to be a double feature soon. So yeah, if you want to learn more about my life and how all the trauma and everything I've been through, and all the cancer surviving and the abuse that I've had throughout the years, and basically, and the road leading here. So, but you know what? I've had this car since 2011. The 1987, the one I've been working on. I've had that since 2011. It's my second S12. The first one was in 2010, but that's a long story that I had to leave it behind. But 2011, I picked it up, VD30 with an automatic transmission. I did the suspension, and I also did the manual swap, which was really cool. And then from there, I did various different things. You know, I built that thing. I built it so many different ways, and it's still got a lot of ways to go. I mean, it still needs drip knuckles. It still needs stronger suspension up front, but it's got what it needs. It's got electrolytes, and that's what drip needs. Anyways, all right, so long story short, TougeSW, what is it? Right now, it's a podcast / community building. I can't really say that at the moment. Right now, it's more like a vlog, blog, and podcast. That's currently what I have going on. When I came back to the whole idea with TougeSW was to bring back something from the Pacific Northwest that I picked up and had a huge, love for, you know. When I moved up to Oregon, because I had a trauma issue going on that caused me I need to leave Vegas now and go up to Oregon. I went to Oregon, and I started a business there, and I joined this car club called Touge Northwest, and I fell in love pretty quick, and that's where I learned how to drift. I learned autocrossing. I learned what Touge meant and all that, and once I learned all that, I started binge watching Initial D and Wangan Midnight and other cool things, and it was really cool. I guess after learning all that, I went to rewatch Tokyo Drift, learning a lot more about everything about that movie, and what everything meant. So it was really cool times, and it actually changed my life around. And so, long story short, I was held against my will up in Oregon by my business partner, forced me to come back to Vegas. So it was like, it sucks, and I actually wrote that all in my Vegas hackware book. So if you really want to learn more, it's there. I also have it on my About Us section on TougeSW.com. But long story short, when I came back to 2011, I tried to rebuild Touge Northwest as that down here. It didn't work because I didn't know anybody. And Vegas is definitely a different beast when it comes to car culture. So I just turned it into blogging, vlogging, and moved forward from there. And it wasn't until, I guess, my last drift event was in 2019. Due to that was my last drift event. I blew up my motor for the second time, or third time. I actually blew it up 3 times. But for the third time, that event, 2 days later, my mom passes away and totally shattered my world. And then it wasn't until within the past late 2024 that I decided to turn this into a podcast to hold myself accountable for my car. I know it's been sitting in my garage this whole time, and I've been slugging and trying to figure it out, but not really focusing and almost wanting to give up. But yet I love drifting so much and how much it changed me. And I didn't need my mom to do that because I did that on my own. And technically, me doing this all over again, that's why I started this as a drift talk kind of thing. So that is basically what Touge Southwest has really turned into at this point. A podcast, basically a podcast now. So, and I'm holding myself accountable for the car. Car is almost done, believe it or not. And because of me doing stuff like this, I'm able to actually figure out problems and bring solutions and try to teach a little bit about the car and whatnot. And I'd like to in the future expand, maybe bring other people's ideas, other people's car builds and other cool stuff like that, because it's always fascinating on different people's builds and how they go with things and how they design it and whatnot. It's always like an art form. And keeping, we want to keep building a thing, we want to keep building cars or rebuilding cars from whatever period you want to go for. And, and keep that little built not bought kind of thing going on, and keep the art, keep the mind open, and have fun with it. And that's cool stuff, Okay, I'm actually freezing, so I'm trying to hurry this up a little. Past events, actually attended what they call the Garage Nights in Vegas. It's ladies only monthly meet. If you want to believe it or not, I attend that every month now. I think this is my 5th one, so it's pretty cool. I like hanging out with these people. They're awesome. A bunch of awesome ladies, And it kind of gives me that little reminder on how Touge Northwest was, and because it's not just drifting, it's also building a little car community to help each other, build each other for different types of racing, from either autocrossing, drag racing, stuff like that. So that's technically what Touge Northwest was about, and that's what I wanted to build in Touge Southwest when I came back to Vegas. So it has that heart in it. So I hope it continues on. I think it might. I think the more of us gets our cars running and drifting, I think it might actually boost. It has the potential. I'm gonna have to say it that way. It might not ever be like a DK ladies only thing, but it might. It just might. It has the potential. And I hope it does. I'm gonna help stride with them, so I don't know how I don't know exactly how far it is, but I think it's doing what it should be doing, so so on that one, this is like, I did like a little post. Wow, that just came out of nowhere. So yeah, so what happened was, we didn't go to the game room. There was like a detailing thing. Just wanted to show up. I wanted to bring the S12. I had to go get a fuel filter and some spark plugs from a nearby auto parts store anyway, so it's like 2 for 1. It was a cool meet. That's what I got. But yeah, this is what it is. E86 versus mine. That's awesome. It's like red versus blue. That's funny. There's that IS300. More cars did come and show up. So yeah, it was cool meets. I didn't want to bring out everything about it, but it was cool. Not gonna lie, it was really fun. I thought I had more pictures. This is it. Okay. So yeah, more pictures. I love that color setup. I just love it. I like how it goes from pink to blue. It's awesome. And it has the purple in between. See, that's really cool. And the bright green. That's very cool car though. Definitely built. See, that's awesome. I'd love to see more built cars come out. I just have a love for S12, so it is what it is. Alright, so let's get to my project status. Shall we? Look at that Audi setup. Believe it or not, it works. That whole Audi setup works. Which is really cool. Oops, act like a sub-genius, so... Okay, so next up, had it all together, and let's see. Here's the old plugs. They're basically, the tips are burnt, totally destroyed. There's nothing I can do. So that's why I went to AutoZone, picked up some iridiums and a fuel filter just to be on the safe side. And the Audi I worked extremely hard on, and it was really good. It worked out really well once I plugged it all in. Right here is when I screamed out yay, because the car started. The car freaking started. Believe it or not, it started. It barely has any oil left, and it barely has any water in it at the moment. That's why I didn't want to leave it on for long, but it started. And it sounded great. If you want to learn more, I have it all on my YouTube channel, so, and that one is most likely, it will be this one here. No, it's this one, the second one, the one on the 15th. I didn't do much on the 14th. I had other stuff to do, but I did stuff on the 13th, which is at night. So we'll start with the 13th on this one. Oops. Alright, so yes, I was doing the coils. I was trying to get all the coils all set up. So that's basically that 13th vlog was how I'm gonna do the coilovers. I meant coils, the Audi coils. That's what they really are. Or they'd also call it the vag coil, but the VAD swap. All right, so I basically in this one I did like 3 videos. One started, then it started again, and then it started again. Basically, yeah, it just turnkey on all 3 cars, all 3 tries. Dude, that's amazing. I can't believe that actually worked out that way. I don't know how from a cold start it freaking just started like that, but it did. So, and that's actually with a bass tune that I got from the Nistune setup, matching it with the ECU and correcting the MF and correcting the injectors. So that's all I did. And so, yeah, I've actually we got that done. We got that done. I didn't want to get overwhelmed with a few more things, but that's the fun part. We got it started. And it's cool. I love it. It's got me so hyped up. I can't wait to finish. I'm trying to make this to a point where I can drive it all next week. Tomorrow I'm getting my exhaust done. So, what that means is I can get the wideband done and I can do that. Just trying to point out what's left to do. But yeah, got stuff done. That's cool. It's awesome. We did it, Yeah. It's like finally we did it. We're getting closer. Long as I can stop and turn signals and everything else, I should be really good to go. Let's go back to my original video. I haven't put anything in there. So this was from the other day, 2 days ago. So we go here, and I'll explain a little bit more. I think, yeah, I was doing the wideband, which is what I was going to work on. I'm going to put it down there, which I did. Technically, it's the OEM area for the VG30 anyway, so it should be in a good spot. And I think I did like an onto it, and then I started cleaning up inside, which I did. And I had to basically this is where all the wiring specialties made for the dash connections or custom dashes like I'm doing. And I don't know if I can reach this over, but I have the dash right here. It's working. And I'm just trying to customize the dash now. I'm trying to learn how to customize it. It's definitely new. I'm not used to the software, but it's there. So this weekend I'm gonna have to go get some oil. I'm gonna have to get another filter, another oil, some more oil, and change the oil, and so that I can have a fresh reinstall of the oil. Well, not fresh reinstall of the oil, but fresh install of the oil. And then we'll probably just still use the distilled water for now until I know there's no leak. So that'll be another thing I'll be doing this weekend. And once I get that all done, said and done, the exhaust installed and the dash installed with everything ready, I'm going to be trying to tuck everything behind it and get it nice and mounted. We'll start it up and we'll try to drive it. We might actually be driving this weekend. And if we're driving this weekend, maybe I'll start taking it to work starting on Monday. And then if I could do it the whole week, driving it to work with no problems, I might be ordering tires from Lantera somewhere. Just maybe 1 or 2 sets, and I'm going to go shredding. And keep it light and try not to overdo it, but might just actually be a good thing. It might actually be fun. So it'll be fun. So yeah, so here it is. It's alive. That's what I was trying to get at. It's alive. The do-it-yourself digital dash. I'm customizing it now, but it's working. It's all plug-in ready. I just gotta to design it now. That's what I'm doing. And then we have the exhaust wideband, which I'm doing tomorrow morning sometime. I have to go out there for my lunchtime and drop off the exhaust and hopefully get it done. Probably get it done while I'm eating lunch or something, and hopefully take it back. That'll be fun. Anyways, this is the perfect timing for any Q&A session for S12 car related. Anything that happened, like today's events or project status, or any suggestions on what I should be doing with my progression. But anyways, I am definitely gonna get some sleep so I can get tomorrow over with, so we can go. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how this car really works with this motor. Everything is piecing together like it should finally, and I gotta thank myself and holding myself accountable for doing all this. I mean, I've been doing this podcast on the 4th season, and it's helping a lot. So hopefully I can keep this going. Anyways, that is all I've got to go for the night. So until next week with more details, and if the car is actually driving, I'm gonna leave you a farewell and have a great night. And bye-bye.